Hey man, good morning. Sorry for the abrupt video here, but I just got off work, about an hour and a half ago, and there's been a lot on my mind throughout the whole night. After we kind of knocked out there waiting for stuff to happen, um, we had a lot on the mind again, and we were just scrolling YouTube a bit, and we ran into a Dr. K video, or I did, sorry. Um, I ran into Dr. K's video posted a year ago, um, on April 18th, 2022. I guess 2 years now, sorry. I don't know why YouTube says a year ago, but the video is titled, Should I Text Them Back? And the video has quite a few timestamps here in regards to someone's Reddit post about having self-respect, what is self-respect, um, how people who seek pleasure don't live dignified lives, choosing the path of pain, and questions at the end. And watching the video kind of resonated with me quite a bit, and I just wanted to talk about that uh, and bring up some old stuff again. I'm sorry to bring this up, but this is part of my processing here, especially with how Kate left things. And with this, I hope I can finally, not finally, but I can take another step towards moving on. Uh, Sorry again if you find this distasteful, but I just wanted to talk about this, bro. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to um, handle it, right? Me talking about it and expressing what I'm feeling here, and especially how this video resonates with me, um, is what I need right now. So I'm just gonna play a quick preview of the video, and I'm hoping you can get that idea of it again, and or you can just go back and watch the video again. I'm gonna put the link in the description, but I need you to watch this again because I'm rewatching it, after I finish this spiel I got going on.
There's a reason why we end up in these situations. We're not running around trying to be disrespectful to ourselves. At the end of the day, self-respect is about who controls your happiness in life. So whether you're happy or unhappy is dependent on her. Kissing you, cuddling you, then blocking you for 5 months without any kind of explanation is not an acceptable thing to do as a boyfriend, girlfriend, or friend. It's not an acceptable way to behave as a human being. The truth of the matter is that sometimes we're sort of not starved for affection, but like addicted or have some kind of really important emotional need met by another human being. So how the hell do you have self-respect? Like, where does self-respect even come from? What is it?
So yeah, because of this though, there's going to be no recording tonight. It's going to be our weekend. So sorry for not recording tonight. I'm just deciding to record now. And yeah.
She unblocked me after almost 5 months. Hi everyone, my year-long friendship has ended about 5 months ago. I thought we fit perfectly. Same interests, the same sense of humor, and similar life goals. We used to spend almost every weekend together going out, watching movies, and cooking together. This was easily the best relationship I have ever had.
I guess you could call our thing with Kate friendship too. Or remember, man, we were never an official couple with her, like how she is now with the new guy. But we honored the exclusivity because we were trying to be a good person and, show her, that we could be patient, right, until she was ready because we didn't want to force anything. And uh, it's just weird. I guess you could call it a situationship, like people say these days. I also want to mention that during the good moments, this was the best relationship that you and I ever had as well, right? We've still never had a girlfriend, um, and Kate was the first person to actually show us that affection and liked our voice and how we looked and everything. So um, I can admit that, right?
Fast forward to 5 months ago. This entire breakup situation lasted about a week. It all started with her giving me mixed signals, flirting, wanting me to stay longer, staying overnight, touching, Kissing, cuddling, you choose. After one of our cuddling sessions, after I came back home, she sent me a wall of text saying that everything between us was wrong and that we shouldn't have done that and we are better off cutting all contact. After that, she blocked me literally everywhere. WhatsApp, Snapchat, Facebook, phone number. I was devastated to say the least.
uh, those mixed signals, man. Fucking hell. One moment is, oh, I want nothing to do with you, or calling me bro and all that stuff, and telling me that, oh, you do you, I have no responsibility here. um, Fucking hell, those mixed signals fucking sucked. And that silent treatment, too. Another moment is, I want to keep trying for you and all that, blah, blah, blah. But I digress. The post said that, quote, she sent me a wall of text saying that everything between us was wrong. You and I dealt with that too on multiple occasions where she said things were wrong. And she even said that in our last message here, that I had 2 videos going over. But remember, man, she said here that I was incapable of seeing how wrong and toxic the relationship was in the first place. That's both right and wrong, right? Because I was able to see how toxic she was, but I took it all. I took it all wanting to um, do better for her and wanting to show that I did care, that I did love her, that my way of loving someone is sticking by them through the ups and downs. And she was the one that made it toxic, dude. You know me too, man. I said in the For Myself in the Record series that I apologized for my mistake and made up for it tenfold. You know I did. And I'm proud of you for trying, but this is where we're at now, man. But look here, she even admits to being toxic. You remember this? And you remember how our mistake was after we were cornered again? After she insulted us, saying that that clear was complete BS, and split from us and blocked us, and then proceeded to insult us the next day under false accusations that CL was a woman, Halo was a woman, when they were indeed guys. It's and bro, when we met Allie and Kate came back saying you're a hypocrite and accused us of all this crap, dude. All we could do was just well, do what we did. I was cornered, man, stuck in between a rock and a hard place again. And yeah, I've gone over this already multiple times, but it's happening again, man. Here I am back here. Because what if I did admit to Kate that Allie was a woman? Right in the first place. She just would have been affirmed again in her false accusations that her friends were making too along with her. I didn't. What was I supposed to do? Just sit there and get insulted again? And I willingly showed her my DMs again, bro. My DMs with Ali, and you know, there's all that proof there that I had no intentions towards her that way. But liking these screenshots, or the screenshots that I just showed here, she couldn't handle all that, or she couldn't take accountability for all that, or understand why I did what I did because she was so toxic towards us. And remember, dude, we didn't even know what the term gaslighting was until we met her, and she accused us of that. But look at where we are now. The Reddit post that he reads is from a person that uh, ended up dealing with the same thing that you and I are dealing with, where they kind of just got thrown away.
Spent countless hours crying, not eating anything, and skipping my workouts. Started to look like a zombie, lost 15 kgs of weight in a month, and lost interest in anyone and everything. It took me 2 months to start doing stuff. It's been 3 months since then, and I was desperately trying to forget her, but well, that didn't work.
It sounds a bit familiar, man. And this kind of reminds me, dude, how you and I have been dealing with this, and we haven't gotten over it. Even now that we're getting our sessions of impromptu therapy with Jania over at EAP, we still haven't fucking gotten over it. Here I am, still here. It took this guy 2 months to start doing anything, and it was about the same for me, dude. Even though I signed up for the gym, the same weekend after, she was like, "Hey, I'm together with this guy now." And I'm trying to desperately forget about her, but here we go. Look at this. This video brings us back to fucking screenshots from March of last year. Holy fuck. And and even when I understand and recognize my thoughts, like Jania said, I still have her in the back of my mind, bro.
She's been in my head every day for the duration of these 5 months, both daily and at night. I learned how to live.
I spend every day crying. And here I am fasting, using that as an excuse to not eat, and holy fuck, dude, fuck my.
Without her, sort of, and accepted the fact that we will never meet or talk again. Fast forward to yesterday. I saw that she unblocked me everywhere. First,
And you remember that, dude? She unblocked us August 18th. She remember, dude. She had ghosted and blocked us, and wouldn't give us any fucking reason or explanation, and moved on to the other guy. And we had to confront her. That's what her quote unquote her harassment is, because she couldn't give us anything. And then she unblocked us August 18th when we were working on the 15-hour two-parter video. You remember that? Why do they always think that unblocking is a good idea when she should just fucking kept us blocked? And unblocked unblocked this person everywhere, and why did she unblock us thinking we could be friends again? What the hell is that thought process, dude? She has no idea how much irreparable damage she's done to me here, man. And I don't know if you're gonna recover. I don't know what it's gonna be like for you in the future.
I thought it might have been an accident, but there are way too many steps to unblock someone for it to be random. I couldn't resist and texted her yesterday, didn't get any response, but she didn't block me again, so I guess my theory of randomness has been debunked. I'm pretty much sure she has seen the message because she was online a couple of times during the day. Should I wait and hope she will eventually answer? I think you don't unblock someone after such time for no reason. Am I right? I really want it to work out again because I know I haven't done everything perfectly in the past. This whole situation just confuses me and doesn't let me function normally.
And see, man, but before she even go blocked us, for the new guy, she intentionally ghosted us, dude. And whenever we brought up a topic that she didn't like and she was reading it, she said, "Delete that, please." You remember that? And in this latest case, you know, where I fucked up, right? Where I fucked up here and messaged her again, and she sent this last message, you know, calling the video and everything vile and misconstruing everything and saying it was a terrible time, and blames me for her toxicity even at the end. in July. Saying that she blames me for the toxicity. Right? You remember the all Discord and what she said, bro? How how she was done and was so cold and dismissive. Go back to part two. Go back to for myself in the record part two and look at that, bro. Her saying that it was boring as fuck. May I block now? What a waste of time this conversation was. Um, I can't believe she thought after talking like that we could be friends again. And then here I am still dealing with this, dude. God damn, bro. I feel for this person that we're reading about that made this post 2 years ago, and I don't know if they've recovered, but here I am. Why did she unblock me, man, thinking we could be friends again? And the only reason why she even messaged us, dude, was because of your video, of the video that you and I worked on, putting that out there. And then now she misremembers and says that the video was vile and that she reached out to help us. She reached out to help us when she was just trying to save whatever kind of semblance of reputation that she has in the in the game, um and and she said, I was trying to help you, trying to talk about it so it can finally be over. Yeah, she tried, but it seems so fucking disingenuous, man. Disingenuous after she threatened to get the police involved because we wouldn't take down the videos. Fuck me.
Alrighty. So, we're going to go to the comments a little bit. So, top comment, have some self-respect. If she wants to talk to you, she will. Don't build your identity around someone who discards you when it's good for her. Being desperate is repelling. Okay? Hey, her name, do you want to talk about things between us? Life is short. I'm well assured. Okay? So, two options, right? Just have some self-respect. So what I want to talk to y'all about today is how does one develop self-respect? What does that even mean, right? Because we find ourselves in this situation, unfortunately. And like when you say have some self-respect, like it's such a damning judgment, right? So like let's start by understanding that there's a reason why we end up in these situations. We're not running around trying to be disrespectful to ourselves. The truth of the matter is that sometimes we form relationships with people and that this relationship can feel amazing. It's the best relationship I've ever had. Like I connect with this person. The truth of the matter is that sometimes we're sort of not starved for affection, but like addicted or have some kind of really important emotional need met by another human being.
And that's what our case was with Kate, man. She was the first person that seemed like she cared and wanted to make us feel special with everything that she did for us. And I'm sorry for my lack of self-respect. But I did everything I did and I avoided walking away because I was committed. But she couldn't do the same. She couldn't do the same for us whatsoever, and we tried. You and I tried, man. We took on so much to and she couldn't do the same. So remember, dude, I tried. She can say she tried all she wants, but she's the one that failed us. And again, I keep on repeating myself, and I always keep doing it because I'm trying to tell you, man, that I'm sorry for my lack of self-respect, and I'm sorry that I tried so hard, bro. That I did this to myself and to you, and I'm making these dumb videos and trying to just process everything that we went through here. because it's amazing to see that she said it was terrible for her. It was terrible for her. You remember that? Fuck me, man. I'm trying to fucking move on as best I can here, and try to tell myself that I'm gonna be okay. I don't know if I'm gonna be okay.
We can
And
feel loved. We can feel enjoyable. We can feel like, oh my God, this is amazing. I enjoy spending every moment with this person. That's not a lack of self respect, right? That's like being in love. That's not a bad
yeah,
thing. And then something can happen. This person blocks you after sending you mixed signals and stuff. That sounds quite traumatic. And when we get something pulled away from us traumatically, like when something is really great in my life and I really enjoy hanging out with this person, we watch movies. There's also kissing, cuddling, like it's moving in the right direction. I'm getting a little bit excited, like where is this going to go? Like I'm not really sure. And then suddenly, like this person is taken out of our life and we've been with this person for a year, like they've been our best friend for a year. It's absolutely traumatic. And we always want to like go back to what we've lost, right? And this is not something, I mean, this person isn't pathetic or anything like that. I really don't believe that. Because you have, kids who do this with parents all the time, where parent is withholding of affection. Doesn't tell my kid, I love you. Or, we have the typical Asian parents, no racial offense here, but I recently stumbled upon Asian parent subreddit. But, there are a lot of stories in there about like parents who withhold affection unless you get A pluses and are the smartest kid in the class. And despite the fact that these people hurt us, we are wired to try to get them back, to try to win them over. So it's like it's a reasonable situation to be in. But, there's something that kind of like resonates with like have some self-respect. So we can say that, right? I'm not saying, that was the up top comment. The other comment was good too. It's like, hey, try to talk to her, try to resolve things, right? Like communicate. That's what we do at HG. We engage with our problems. But then the problem is that like no one ever tells you like, how do you get self-respect, right? Have some self-respect. It's like, oh, shit, I forgot to pick. Oh, let me like go to Home Depot and pick that.
Kate says that we refused, and it was like dealing with a child. And I'm sorry for not being more amicable and trying to uh be a more of an adult, during that second to last confrontation with her about the videos. But I refused because I don't think she deserved that. I don't think she deserved that with me and the call, bro. Because I don't want an apology from her. I just want her to feel a fraction of what I'm dealing with, to understand what she did. How I still haven't recovered from this. I still haven't recovered for this, and it's irreparable, man. I don't think I'm ever gonna move on. To be honest, I'll just continue living my life, and we're applying for jobs and stuff, and we applied for something today too with Jason, and Jason was able to help us with that. He gave us a letter of recommendation, and things are looking up on that front. But yeah, I still am talking about this. And when Jania calls tomorrow, we're definitely gonna be bringing this up, dude. And she's gonna tell us, oh you're ruminating again. Well, it's my fault for running into this video and clicking on it. Fucking hell, bro. But back to it. Kate did all everything for us and tried, right? She tried on her end, and all she had to do was just sit there and get in call with us, and and then she got mad at us. The last thing, remember, the last thing she got mad at us over were a bunch of tabs that we had open. Watch part 2 again for that section. She got mad at us for having a ton of tabs open and other tabs of random crap, thinking that we were sending it to other people to help them with stuff. And then it leads to to a ghost, a block, a split without any explanation, and she says that I was like a child. Fuck me, man. And then she wonders why I was acting like that, not wanting to be amicable with her after how disingenuous she was being with her threats. Yeah, fuck.
Pick up. Oh yeah, self-respect. Where can I find? Oh, aisle 2. Let me go pick that up. Okay, now I've got it. Easy, done, fixed, saved. So how the hell do you have self-respect? Like, where does self-respect even come from? What is it? Okay. So the first thing to understand is that when you're in a situation like this and people say have some self-respect, understand what your emotional needs are, which are like completely legit. Okay. Just like you met this person and is it a she? I'm not even sure. Let's assume heteronormative for a second. I think we did, right? Yeah, she unblocked me. Okay. So, like, that's normal for you to want that, right? You want everything that you've had before. So, when we lack self-respect, what we tend to end up doing, in essence, what a lack of self-respect is chasing after happiness from another human being at the cost of ourselves. So we're
And Kate says at the end here, with or without me in your life at all, you would still be having suicidal thoughts. Do not pin the entirety of your mental health on me. Do some self-reflecting, and at the end, you will find a route to happiness. Stop seeking to find it through other people. Kate said this here. Stop seeking to find it through other people. And I'm sorry to you, man, that I don't have the self-respect to to find happiness within myself, and this is what I'm still working through because I still don't fucking know. Even these past couple of nights, and even talking to Jania, dude, you know me that I still don't understand that it's still a foreign concept to me to have self-respect and to stop seeking it through other people because I don't know what it's like to be happy with myself. I don't know myself enough, I guess. I lived my whole life just working on myself and trying to find some purpose here. I don't know what's fulfilling in life. All I know is you and I were happy when we were in the good moments with Kate, when we thought we were having good moments with Kate. Otherwise, we're just existing. Me being nice to other people, which freaked her out or made her insecure, or being kind to other people and helping them out, uh, always made her feel weird because she thought we were trying to get attention or look for something else in other people when that wasn't the case either, man. Helping people was nice in the moments, and seeing them accomplish things and enjoy the game and everything like that was nice, but it didn't bring me any happiness or fulfillment. So I'm conflicted there, where she thought I was chasing after people when I wasn't, and I don't know how to find happiness within myself. She says to do some self-reflecting. That's what having self-respect and self-love and self-care does. But the only thing I see when I'm self-reflecting is what the heck I'm gonna do tomorrow, or what's gonna be down the line. I don't know how to live in the present or stake my life on things like that Shizuo Matsuoka guy says. I don't fucking know. Have some self-respect. I don't fucking know how. And she says, do not pin the entirety of your mental health on me. When I where else am I gonna pin it on? She did this to me, man. And of course, she wouldn't want to take responsibility or accountability for that. She's done. She's done with us. God fucking damn it. And uh, uh, watching this Dr. K video, right, man? I hope this can help you because I still think I'm a pathetic fucking loser. But at least this video, as we'll get to, um, helps. And I'm hoping you can watch this back at some point and understand.
We're looking from a benefit, for a benefit from another person. And we are willing to sacrifice our dignity to get that benefit, right? So like, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get this job. I will do your dry cleaning.
And that's what we did, man.
Trash. I will plunge your toilet for you if you need to.
That's what we did for Kate, dude. But that's what we did for Kate. Remember? Screenshots, recordings, pictures, and constant updates, dude. Constant updates. I still have the recordings of me sleeping to prove to her that we weren't doing anything, man. Do you remember that? Check your phone if you still have those recordings that you made for her that she called excessive. But we didn't have anything else to prove to her because anytime we went to hang out with the guys, she accused us later. Oh, why were you hanging out in there with them? Who's this? Who's that? We left discords for her that she was uncomfy with when we didn't know anyone in them. But she had us go through each person one at a time, and it was fucking degrading, but we didn't care. We tried, dude. We did everything we could.
So we sacrifice of ourselves.
I have nothing left now. I sacrificed, like he says here. Fuck. What else could you and I have done? What else could you have I done? And it's fucking crazy to me that she still says it was terrible for her. And she said she was in an emotional person, that she didn't want to be that person anymore. But she never got past it, dude. And then she just decides to give it all up because she can have whatever other guy she wants. And she did. She got another guy immediately. And that's obviously why she decided to unblock us and thought we could be friends.
Elves to get happiness from another person. And so why do we call this a lack of self-respect? Because now this person is thinking, oh, she unblocked me, let me message her. Should I do this? Should I do this? Should I do this? And what it is this person is addicted to what the other person provides. Right? So they're willing to debase themselves. I'll message her again. I mean, they're not willing to do this, right? Because it sounds like they sent one message. They're being very introspective. They're reaching out for help. They're doing everything right. This is actually really awesome. But when we think about the classic person who has no self-respect and comes crawling back, right? Because she really hurt you. What she did was not okay. Like kissing you, cuddling you, then blocking you for 5 months without any kind of explanation is not an acceptable thing to do as a boyfriend, girlfriend, or friend. It's not an acceptable way to behave as a human being. She may have been feeling anxious. She may have been feeling confused and all that kind of good stuff. So generally speaking, when people say have some self-respect, what they're pointing out is that you are letting other people mistreat you. You're letting other people do things that are unacceptable, and you are not holding them accountable. Why don't we hold them accountable? Because we want what they're selling.
And I tried, dude. I tried multiple occasions to point out how hypocritical and toxic she was, and she would recognize some of that, like in those previous screenshots, or she just would keep on carrying on, man. She would have some self-awareness and keep on trying, quote unquote, trying for us. But then she would just come back to being toxic again, dude. She never changed. And then she says again, but before or after the videos get posted, that oh yeah, I've changed. I've become a more mature person thanks to our relationship. So she was capable of changing, but not for me, I guess. And that's a bitter pill to swallow. But this is for you, man, to fucking move on. Please move on, because I still haven't.
I want to see those movies again. I want to cuddle again. I want to talk again. I want my partner back. I want my best friend back. And so I'm willing to sacrifice whatever it takes to get them back. That's when your self-respect goes. So what is self-respect? How do you get it? So right now you're willing to sacrifice yourself to get happiness from outside of you. And without that happiness from outside of you, you're going to feel alone. You're going to feel hungry. Right? Because you don't have all of those things. So self-respect is actually choosing pain. Self-respect is saying that, you know what? I'm not going to let myself have her again. Right? I'm going to give her up. Like, she blocked me, but I have held on to her. And we sort of see this because this is like, I haven't been able to get her out of my thoughts. You don't get her out of your thoughts. You give her up, or you let her live there rent-free for a while and you just tolerate it. Right? She's living there rent-free and you're just like, okay, I'm not going to try to give her up. This is the price that I pay for getting attached to her.
Yep.
I think this is the issue, is that at the end of the day, self-respect is about who controls your happiness in life. And when you surrender that control to another human being, even if you're addicted to it, I can understand. Right? When you're addicted to the happiness that she provides and you let her dictate the terms of the relationship, what you're doing is you're putting your happiness in her hands. So whether you're happy or unhappy is dependent on her. There's still a choice there. And it's, does she message you back or does she not message you back? So you're surrendering that control. And that's when other people, when one human sees another human being surrender their self-control, that's when they tell them to have some self-respect. So how do you get your self-respect? You take that control back. Why is it hard to take that control back? Because oftentimes taking that control back comes with pain. I'm not saying that you should block her, but you tell yourself, I'm not going to message her again. Right? Whatever it is, you take control of the relationship. You take control of your own feelings, even if it means choosing the painful route. So like when we think about the phrase dignity, right? Like to live with dignity is oftentimes to choose things that are painful. Right? So if someone comes up to me and says, I'll pay you $10 million if you let me take a picture of your scrotum. And it's like, I'm going to say no. But they're like, what about the benefit? That's exactly the point, is that the benefit can be whatever it is. I am choosing to keep control over my life. Sorry, bad example. What a terrible idea. Right? My point is like, don't like turn down the money, right? Like whatever it is, turn down the happiness. Like you should retain control of yourself, even if it means a path of pain. Right? So like when you choose to act in accordance with your values and you say like even if it's my choice, even if it hurts, it's my choice. And so the challenge here is that like you've got a choice. You can either give her up or you can give yourself up. And that's fundamentally what a lack of self-respect is. It's when you give yourself up for the sake of another person. You surrender your happiness to like her texts. Whether she texts you or not determines whether you're happy or not. And then we say like, that's a lack of self-respect. So how do you stop that? You take control. Taking control means giving her up. Right? So do you deserve, because this is where the self-respect comes from. Because if you respect yourself, do you deserve someone who will treat you this way? Or do you deserve someone better? Because if you let someone mistreat you and you think of yourself as low, then that's okay. But if you deserve better, then you're going to move on because that's the end of it. But I want her. I miss her. Okay. So what? But it'll hurt to not have her. Okay. So it'll hurt. Accept it. That's life. That's what living life with dignity is. Dignity comes with pain. It doesn't come with pleasure. People who seek pleasure don't lead dignified lives. Quite the opposite. Right? When we're chasing dopamine or drugs or materialistic things or the respect of random people on the internet, right? When we chase after those things and we'll do whatever it takes to get other people to like us, that is the degradation of self-respect. When you place someone else's opinions and view of yourself above your own. And so you say, I'll do whatever it takes to get you to like me. Then you lose your self-respect. And so why is it hard to get self-respect? Because you have to pay the price of other people not liking you. You have to give up whatever the fuck this was that you had with this girl, which I still don't understand what that was. right? It sounded like a friendship that was turning into a romantic relationship. She doesn't know how to communicate. This is where, like, I don't disagree with the second person who's like, give her a chance to talk, which I think is fine if that's really what you want to do. But you need to be centered before you have that conversation, man. You need to be prepared to reject her before you have that conversation. You need to be prepared to hold her accountable for her actions. Because if you don't do that, then you're signing yourself up for this all over again. Because unless there's accountability for her actions, and I know this is like a man talking about a woman, but it definitely goes both ways, or homosexually or whatever. One human to another. If someone treats you wrong in a relationship, you need to be prepared to hold them accountable. And if you don't hold them accountable, don't expect the behavior to change. And so then, like, you're going to come groveling back like, I understand why you do it. I don't think less of you for doing it, by the way, which I know sounds weird. Because, like, that's a need that we have, right? We're addicted to that love. We're addicted to that warmth. We really want it so bad that we're willing to sacrifice anything. That doesn't mean that we're pathetic. That just means that that's some damn addictive relationship stuff there, right? So we need to respect that as external observers. We need to respect that this person's choice is actually very hard. It's easy for me to say, have some self-respect, man, when I'm not the one that was cuddling with her, right? I'm not the one that was watching movies with her. I don't know any of that benefit. I'm watching movies, cuddling with her. So we're all willing to debase ourselves for, like, some of that sweet, whatever the hell that is. So have some compassion for randoms on the internet who are, like, making bad choices, right? It's not easy to make. Why do people make bad choices? Because they're easy. That's why we make the bad choices. Because they're the easier choice. Well, we're going to blame these people for making bad choices. We're making them right and left, center all the time. So how do you get self-respect? It's simple. Choose the path of pain. Give things up if they don't make you behave in a way that you are comfortable with. Don't let people mistreat you, even if they're like crack cocaine, right? And that's like literally what we see with, like, drug addicts, is that they will be willing to debase themselves to get that next fix. And that's just a drug. What if it's like love and cuddling and movies? Like, holy crap, man. That's just not a hit of dopamine. That's like feeling loved, y'all. That's what this person has to give up. That's the price of self-respect. So it's a hard choice to make, don't get me wrong. How do you make it? You recognize that this is not the way that, do you deserve to be treated this way? Yes or no? Because if you respect yourself, the answer to that question is yes. And you don't deserve to be treated that way. And then the answer to that question is no, if you respect yourself, right? I do not deserve to be treated this way. Then you have to have the balls or the ovaries, or whatever your gonad of choice is, to hold that person accountable. And holding that person accountable sometimes means giving her up. Does it mean blocking her? Sure, if that's what you need to do. Does it mean a conversation? Sure. Does it mean a conversation where you say, hey, by the way, what you did was kind of fucked up. It really hurt me a lot. I'm incredibly angry with you. Oh, I'm sorry. How can I make it up to you? Invent a time machine, go back in time, and don't do it. But I can't do that. Yeah, the hurt that you sent my way is irreparable. It's done. Right? Like not all hurts can be repaired. So, like, look, people are saying base Sigma Chad move. Look, y'all, it's just respect yourselves, right? Don't let people mistreat you. Don't blame yourself if you let people mistreat you. That's an important point. Because understand that if you let people mistreat you, there's got to be a damn good reason.
And I thought there was a damn good reason, man. I tried. And remember that this video here is for you. To acknowledge that you tried and that we lost a lot of self-respect. I lost a lot of self-respect trying to make things work. And I wanted to go back. To go back to when things were good. But Kate couldn't get over it. Kate couldn't get over how she treated us, and in turn, what we had to do to try to not get hurt again. which was the lie about Allie being a woman, even though we have proof that we didn't do anything or had any intentions of pursuing her. But and then things went downhill from there because Kate couldn't trust us, even though we tried. I'm not gonna go over all the details again. What we tried again, but we, you and I tried, man. We lost a lot of our dignity, and I'm trying to get you to acknowledge when you watch back here that we did okay. We tried, bro. There's nothing more we could have done, even though I keep on asking what else I could have done. We gave up a lot of self-respect, like the man is saying here, to try to make it work. And the only thing we can do now is just move on because we tried getting more answers in this last confrontation, and we were hurt and angry, and we did more stuff out of anger. And I'm sorry I did that. I've apologized to you uh, multiple times already in the previous videos going over Kate's last message here, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry, and the only thing we can do is try to keep on moving on, like and not ruminate on this, like Jania said. We can't do anything else. It's over. We're blocked, and she's on to a new guy, and she's gonna forget about all this in time. You and I aren't gonna forget this. I can already tell. But we can at least try to grab some kind of control back, like he's saying. You want self-respect again? Take back that control. I can barely hold on to it, though. I can barely hold on to it or even do things for myself to live. Like I'm just applying to these jobs, so hoping I can get a change of scenery, change of pace, or something, so that I can get back out and not think about this. I've gotten up multiple times during this recording to step away and walk around the house, and I even fell asleep working on this. I fell asleep working on this, even though I started in the morning here after work. So you tried, bro. Okay? It's I'm trying to offer you some kind of semblance of normalcy here, some kind of closure again. Because every other single piece of closure, quote unquote closure that we've had, just isn't getting us there. And this video is supposed to help you. Because it's helping me right now to process things and try to learn to have some self-respect again. If I even had any in the first place.
So, like, look, people are saying base Sigma Chad move. Look, y'all, it's just respect yourselves, right? Don't let people mistreat you. Don't blame yourself if you let people mistreat you. That's an important point. Because understand that if you let people mistreat you, there's got to be a damn good reason. Human being self-respect is a natural state of things, right? But like, dude, come on, man. Like,
sorry for not having subtitles, captions this whole time, bro.
For those of y'all that don't treat yourself with respect, I don't know how old this person is, but like, do y'all, I mean, I remember what it was like to be 21. I remember what it was like to be 24. I remember what it was like to be 27. You're not like that high level yet. So you're going to be making these mistakes. It's okay to make these mistakes, right? That self-respect comes with time. It comes with sacrifice, really. Because it's like, it's really powerful to say to something, like to give something up. Like I cannot, if you guys want to talk about meditation, we'll talk about fasting. So like to give something up is the first step to self-respect. This is why fasting is a thing in religious traditions. There are multiple reasons, but that's one of them. I think what started to happen is people have lost sight of why we fast to begin with. Just like, I'm going to like give something up for Lent, for example, in the Catholic Church. Like the whole, it's not like, okay, I'm going to get like, we're not going to eat fish for a month. So like, let's just eat lots of other delicious food. No, that's like missing the point. The whole point is self-deprivation. The whole point is I want this thing and I am not going to have it. The whole point is that I choose what I do. And I'm not going to let the temptation of an external substance, usually we're talking about food, right, with fasting, dictate my life. And is it going to suck? Sure. Is it going to be less tasty? Yes, absolutely. So what?
Please do better, man. Please do better and try to move on. I know right now I feel like that I don't deserve any kind of semblance of peace or normalcy, or I feel like I don't deserve to be happy at all, and I don't know why I'm still trying so hard to go for these other jobs or even try to continue living. I feel like I'm only living because I'm supposed to, or that's what people are asking of me or making me do. I hope you can glean from this video or take something from this video like I'm trying to. Move on, man. Remember what everyone said. Remember the pinned chats of what everyone has said. You tried and dealt with a lot from Kate, but she's moved on, and she at least doesn't deserve to be a part of your life anymore. And it's weird to say that. I know. It's weird to say that because that's kind of implying that your life is more important than someone else's, more important than hers. But it's your life, it's my life, and that's about all we can do. Have some self-respect, I guess. Sorry for dragging the video out. I was planning on just making these clips and, kind of adding on my thoughts to them or talking about how this resonates with me, but I ended up just doing a whole live reaction here. This entire video is unscripted and a complete jumbled mess. But it was for you, man. Okay, I'm still struggling. I'm still struggling, and this is just another step for us to heal. I'm hoping, but I feel like this is in the right direction. I don't know what else to say. I'm just trying to make sure I say what I want to say because I don't want to have to come back to this or add on to this. Like sometimes when I do in the descriptions of previous videos because I forgot to say something. You have the For Myself in the Record series. That's your proof. Despite what anyone says, whether it's cringy, vile, or gross, like Kate said in the latter two, you have those videos, man. And she'll forget things in time, but you won't. Keep this stuff in mind, that that's how you were treated, what you dealt with, and what you did. It's sad that we were given mixed signals all the time, could never get any further commitment, despite the demands for exclusivity, and we tried to be a good person, um, but it obviously wasn't enough. We obviously weren't the right person because she was willing to change or mature for someone else, but not for us. Keep that in mind. Have some self-respect. And I'll definitely be bringing this to Jania tomorrow. Um, I don't know what's more different than this, uh, than anything we've talked about with Jania. And again, she's probably going to tell us stop ruminating on that. Let her be. Stick to your lane. I am sticking to my lane right now because this is for you. She just happens to be a major part of it because of the irreparable damage to the mental. Oh man, dude. I think okay. I think you get the point. Um, again, I'm sorry for this jumbled mess. I'm sorry for my behavior, trying to get answers from Kate. I'm sorry for my behavior, for what I did during my anger. Uh, and harassed, and I'm sorry for taking on all that I did. You know, for being punished, for being honest, for being gaslit like that, for still trying to make things work, man. But you saw like how he said in the video, we were giving that up to try to build a relationship with her, and it didn't work out. Uh, because of all that toxicity that she blames us for. She blames us for giving her reasons to be toxic. When all we did was try to be a good person, but we got punished every single turn in every single way, in every single attempt with all the recording, screenshots, proof, and everything. She was just irrational and couldn't take accountability or responsibility for any of her thoughts or actions at the time. But she's matured from it. Remember, she's matured from our relationship, using that as a stepping stone for her new guy that she's in official relationship with now that she couldn't do for us. We just weren't that guy. I'm not him. But all right. Well, I hope you can try to have a good night, man. I hope this video helps because it's helping me right now. Uh, I'm gonna try to figure out what to do later.